So in my last video, you watched me take the first step in my basement renovation by painting the main support beam. Much better now. So the next step is going to be the half bath that is downstairs in the basement. It's not exactly the most inviting space. The bare concrete floor, the cheap paneling, the ugly green wall, the sewer stack, and the industrial grade sink, they just really create a vibe. So I spent the last couple of weeks researching and shopping. I haven't really bought much of anything, and we'll get to that in a minute. But as I started looking at things and then looking at the bathroom and how things would work, I'm realizing it's going to be a bit more of a project than I expected for a lot of reasons. What I've done so far is just buying things that I need for prepping. I put my finishes in my virtual shopping cart. I'm not going to share my finishes pics yet, mostly because I'm probably going to change my mind. Maybe, I don't know. And I don't want to buy anything yet because after putting everything in my cart, I'm realizing this is going to be a $600 to $700 renovation if I do it right, which of course I want to do it right. So I can afford $600 to $700, but over the span of a few months, I'm going to have to pace myself on this. So right now my focus is on prepping the space. First and foremost, I have to deal with the mold that's down there. And so I got a spray bottle and I've been spraying it a couple times a day. I don't think I've really seen a difference, but at least I'm trying to remediate it. The next step is going to be wiping down the stack with mineral spirits to clean it off, and brushing both the concrete wall to get any loose stuff off and the stack just to clean it. And then I'm going to go in with one of those primers that like helps block stains and prevent mold. And I'm going to do that on the wall and on the floor. And then I'm going to bring out our good old friend oil-based primer for the stack. Can't wait to wear that respirator again. Probably the first thing I'm going to do before I even do those, just to give me a sense of momentum, is I'm going to replace the bare light bulb and the light switch and light plate, because those are easy. I can replace a light without a problem. And then paint the ceiling as well, because there's a couple spots in the ceiling that I don't know exactly what happened, but they just need to be touched up. So that's the current plan. I'm hoping to get through a lot, hopefully most of that list for my next video, because I have not started any of that stuff except for spraying the mold and buying those supplies. It'll take a while. One, just because of my lack of free time. Black Friday is coming up, and then I'm working till 2:15, and then I've got a family thing in the evening. So that's a whole day just gone, that I have off from my full-time job. But, that's okay. I can work with this. My schedule isn't crazy. It's just, anyway. So between the time frame, the spreading of the spending the money, and winter blues, this is what I'm doing. This is how it's going to be. In the meantime, just to fill up this video a little bit more, I've got 2 projects that I've been putting off. Ideally, they should take half hour or less. Probably gonna regret saying that now, but I'm just gonna get those 2 things done because they've been on my to-do list for way too long, and it's just good to get things done. Yeah. So this is my bedroom. And that is very boring. There's nothing there. I don't even have a headboard, which that's another discussion for another time. I do have something to put over it. They're over here on this wall where my bed used to be before I rearranged my bedroom this summer. Yes, it has been 5 months and I have not moved these photos. So I have my laser level, which will be interesting because I don't actually know how to use it. I've used it. It's worked out in the past. I probably should just read the manual, but it's worked for me so far. Hopefully this is 15 minutes or less. We'll see. Yeah, it's just gonna slip off. Maybe I can't laser level this. I can put it on that one. I think that's a better, I'm gonna put it on the door over here. Let's see if this will work. That is not level. How do you level it? Oh, dang it. Like it's a straight line, but is it level? No. That's the problem. I don't know how to like make it level. There's some kind of button you push. I don't know what. Stupid. Oh, it's this thing. Okay, so like, that's it. All right, then what's the math again? 16 divided by 2 is 8. I want 6 inches in between them. Let's actually keep the 16, so 24. So it needs to be 24 inches between that nail and this nail. And this nail is going to be more difficult because my dresser's in the way. I think that looks good. Reminds me of this, I follow this Instagram account, I forget her name, but her whole shtick is, how long does it really take? And she talks about how she procrastinated on something. She states how long she was procrastinating it, and then she literally times how long it takes her. So this has been rolling for 11 minutes, which I had started recording before by like several minutes. So that probably took me 6 minutes to do. And I've been putting it off for 5 months. But yay, it's done. One down. I want to do one more thing today, and then I can relax. So the other task I was going to get done today was to hang curtains in this room. I have white curtains. I have the rods right here. But then I made the sudden realization that these blinds are really thick at the top. And I don't know if these will fit around them, and they won't. So I need to decide if I'm just going to leave these blinds or if I want the curtains, or if I want to replace the blinds with something more low profile and then put the curtains up, or so I can't complete this task and I have to make some decisions. So I guess that's it for today. I guess I'm done. I got one thing done. That's good. I want to talk real quick about this book, How to Winter by Carrie Leibowitz. So I actually first read this past spring. And after I finished it, I was like, well, that was the wrong time of year to read this. I need to read this right when winter's about to start. And so I just finished rereading it. And my 2 big takeaways are, 1, mindset. That's even like harness your mindset. Like 5 years ago, me would have been like, change your mindset, meh. But like me now, me from the last couple of years, oh yeah, mindset kind of is a big deal. Mindset does play a role in how things go. Because if you're going to show up to something like, oh, this is going to suck, like, yeah, it'll probably suck. Best case scenario is, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought. But if you go into it with at least a neutral mindset, like, okay, it is what it is, let's just do this, you might be pleasantly surprised instead of better than I thought. So, yeah. And then the other takeaway is, you know what? The earth goes through this cycle for a reason. Animals adapt to it. Why don't we embrace it for what it is? A time to slow down, a time to get comfortable. By embracing the season for what it is, obviously we're not going to hibernate, but like, I'm going to read more. I'm going to have a cup of tea or cocoa, maybe coffee. I try to avoid caffeine for health reasons. I'm burning more candles. Just embracing it as a time to slow down, to just kind of do our own form of hibernation. One of her suggestions is to actually spend time outside. And she shares some stories from cultures where they do that. I'm not there yet. So I'm just going to focus on the mindset and embracing winter as a time to reset and enjoy the cozy things. So if you want a little help with that mindset, or you just want to learn some interesting cultural things, it's a pretty good book. I like it.